BYDFi is a crypto exchange on desktop and mobile where you can spot trade, futures trade, use leverage tokens, and copy the trades of top traders. If you sign up with the link in the description, you get a free $100 when you deposit $100. There's hundreds of crypto available on their spot exchange, as well as a free test account so you can practice futures trading without getting wrecked. BYDFi. Hello everybody, welcome back. Let's have a look at crypto then, shall we? Mostly Bitcoin. We'll start with Bitcoin, do a bit of Ethereum. So Bitcoin on the daily is still pushing down. The downwards pressure is likely to take us towards 28,500. And if we have a look at the weekly, we can see that the weekly has a 20 weekly sitting just above that level, 28,534. So pretty much nothing much between it really. The momentum on the weekly is still pushing down as well, but a major support, you can't underestimate the power of that support, 28,500 really. A nice round number as well for Captain Noobmaster to wrap his head around. All major moving averages below us on the weekly, but the daily is a different story. The daily is getting pushed down bit by a 10 exponential, which is still not very good to see, but as we all expect, or me personally would like to see, and do generally still expect 28,500 to be tested, then yeah, this is what you'd expect to see from that. Bollinger Band push down, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10. More than that though, if we take it to a 4 hourly, not a 3 hourly, a 4 hourly, we can see even more relevance to the size of the downtrend continuing since we lost this big area. So we came down 50 exponential, death cross on the simple moving averages, sorry. Death cross there on your 200 simple moving average on the 4 hourly, down. Fresh death cross on exponentials, retest of the death cross on the exponential, down again. Further retest on the green 50 exponentials, strengthening the downtrend, back down again, retest, not managing to close above. So I would still be looking for this to come down, to be honest with you, and 28,500 seems to be a reasonable place for that to come down to. And it's only at this point now where we more or less at that point discuss the fate of crypto in the short to medium term really, because losing that area would really strengthen the downtrend on the higher term moving averages like the obviously the daily, but more the weekly, which would mean that we're likely to stay low for a longer period of time, which is good to dollar cost average into, but it's not great for immediate gratification in new trades, for instance. So you can't beat around the bush here. There is still further downside required, but our saving grace sits at 28,500. Now let's have a look at Ethereum, because it's basically a carbon copy of Bitcoin. They're more or less doing the same thing. So you can see here the move up to 2,000. I can't get massively bullish on altcoins until we break above 2,000. That's when altcoins are really going to start to take on their own form. You know, we look at these charts twice a week on the Patreon, and I'd say for the last, what feels like at least the last week or two, there's basically no setups across the board for anything. If anything, we should still expect it to come down with Bitcoin, even if it's just by another 5 to 10%. So yeah, that's what Ethereum looks like as well. Ethereum's not really looking like it wants to do anything. A fresh short signal generated as this portion of the clouds flickered red now, so we've got all four components of a short signal, and so we got picked up around here around 1850. That's also a fair bit of price action that you can see that mimics that rough level. So supports around here, supports around here, supports around here. This can go back quite a long way, and you can see this is just a 4 hourly, quite relevant. We'll get rid of it now, we don't really need it, but you can see what I mean. This wick low is where you would like to see us get held from. Now with momentum still moving towards the down, 4 hourly is about to cross below the 0 point on the MACD, so that's never a good look. So with that, let's take it to a 1 hourly chart just for fun, see what's going on the 1 hourly, see if there's anything that we can say is in any way bullish or bearish. There's just more bearish here, so we've got a fresh death cross on the 1 hourly, rejection on the Bollinger Band center, so we're looking for this to come down. So I would be looking for Ethereum to revisit 1850 before anything else, which is only a little bit further down from where we're at right now. So if we measure price action, we're talking another 1%. So that's really nothing. Losing that area though, we strengthened the downtrend. So let's have a look at the weekly, considering we started with the weekly for Bitcoin. So yeah, unfortunately, we're holding on holding on so tight now to this 20 weekly for for Ethereum, and if we were to lose that, then the next major area is going to be a 21 exponential moving average on a weekly. A decent support, I would say. It is a decent support, but probably not one that I would, bet my life savings or harvest a kidney and sell it on eBay for. 1817 is what we're looking at there. But personally, it's more likely to take a deeper dive, and with that, each incremental step that we've had previously, so we're talking 1700, then we got you 200 simple and exponential at 1575, and then all the way back down to 14-ish area, which again is our previous all-time high on the bull market before last. So yeah, doesn't look great, I have to say. It doesn't look great, but this is the nature of crypto. It's been particularly weak this last month or two, especially when you reflect on how bullish other markets have been. It's been a real lagger. It doesn't mean that it's over, absolutely not. Like I say, if we do start to break down below these 20 weeklies on Bitcoin and Ethereum, all that we really need to focus on would be dollar cost averaging into this downtrend, because it will turn around eventually, but losing this area means we're probably going to sustain a bit more of a consolidation, a bit more of a long-lasting consolidation, and so might even take a couple of months. Could even take up to, towards the end of the year, to be honest with you, before we actually turn around. So plenty of time to buy low for those who didn't buy low previously. If you don't believe this is a bull market, that's fine. But if you do believe we're in a bull market and this is just a rinse and repeat carbon copy of the previous bull market, then consolidations, especially for those who are looking to invest and build up a portfolio, this is where you start to buy the dips. Except that you're not going to catch the low. Also, except you won't, sell the top. But make sure that you are putting in incremental buys on the way down with every 10% drop that we go. And like I say, I don't see Ethereum breaking down below 1400, although it could. So between here, where we are right now, and 1400, it's probably the best place to start buying it if it's something that you're interested in, with a view to sell it obviously a few years down the line. This is investment. We're talking short-term trading. I just feel like further downside is most likely for Bitcoin and Ethereum, and with that is going to come almost all the other altcoins with it. But it's very early days. We'll see how it goes, but this is how the charts speak at the moment. Technically, like I say, because we are on the support, there is every hope that we do bounce from it, but because the lower term time frames suggest otherwise, I'm not convinced that this weekly 20 will hold. Anyway, I'll leave it with you there. If you're interested in more, then join the Patreon. We've got a Telegram as well, all links in the description below. Feel free to subscribe if you're interested. Otherwise, hope you have a nice day anyway. Take it easy.